Breaking news, an overnight 911 call leads police to the body of a man.
This happened at the Imperial, and it's on Central and High Street near Broadway just a few hours ago. In fact, police are still there investigating what went on. News 13's David Romero is there as well. David, what have you learned about this so far?
Well, Matt, information is still limited at this point. What we do know from police is that one person is dead. One person is in custody. This is all here at the Imperial Inn Motel on Central in Northeast Albuquerque. This is just west of the freeway. Now take a look and you can see all the police activity that is still going on at this point. The mobile crime lab rolled up about 15 minutes ago, as well as the office of the medical investigator. Now take a look at some video that we got when we first came out here earlier this morning. APD tells us that officers were called out here to the motel just after 3 to some sort of disturbance in one of the rooms. Now, when they arrived, they found a man on the floor unconscious and later confirmed to be dead. They also tell us that they have another man in custody who they believe is the main suspect in the case. Now, they aren't releasing any identification on either person at this point or as to how the man died. Now, coming back out to us here live on the scene, you can see that access to northbound High Street from Central is completely blocked at this time. That's a little bit further down from the hotel. It's just on the west side of the hotel, but Central Avenue is completely open. However, you may want to limit your access to this area if in case police need to block it off for part of their investigation, which we do not have confirmation from them at this point that they may have to do that, but you never know. Matt, back to you.
All right, thank you for the update this morning, David. He's going to stay there, try to learn more about this story. We'll have updates for you right here on News 13 all day long and at our website, krqe.com. In some other overnight news, a big traffic heads up for you. Expect some delays if you're driving out of Albuquerque toward the East Mountains on I-40 this morning. Right now, just one lane is open going east near Carnuel after 2 semis crashed there this morning about 12:30. There was a small fuel leak after that, and now investigators are waiting for a dump truck to clean up all this mess. No one was seriously hurt in that crash.
Jobs versus animal rights. That's the controversial debate Bernalillo County commissioners are set to have tonight. They are supposed to decide if the Loveless Respiratory Research Institute can keep running tests on animals here. The lab used to be on federal land, but now it's on county land where it is going to be illegal to test on animals starting next year. Loveless says if it can't keep doing business here, it'll take 1,200 jobs and move elsewhere. Animal rights activists all around the world are speaking out against the lab. We'll keep it posted on what happens. We should learn more today who the suspects are that led sheriff deputies on a chase. Undercover narcotic detectives say they watched a drug deal go down at the Lotto Burger on Indian School near 17th Street yesterday afternoon. When they tried to arrest the man and woman involved here, the pair sped away. That's when one of the detectives got in his car and went after them. Well, that deputy ended up crashing into another vehicle.
There is a possibility of a gunshot being fired. We cannot confirm or deny that. We do know that nobody is hurt.
The suspects ditched their car and ran into a house near 2nd and Montano where they were caught. The city of Albuquerque has some nice golf courses, but not enough for people are using them. That is the problem here. The number of golfers has steadily decreased since 2008. City officials say the drop is due to a combination of the economy and fierce competition for private courses. The golf course was supposed to pay for itself, but with fewer golfers, the city has had to help pay for some of the golf division's $4 million a year budget.
It's designed for the revenues to cover the operating costs and to enable us to reinvest in the courses.
Now, for the moment, the city says it sees no reason to shut down the course. The city is trying to make up the difference by raising the rates to $2.50 and say another rate increase is not out of the question. By the way, to entice more golfers, the city is also offering some winter packages.
The big peanut plant in Portales is still closed this morning after the federal government shut it down yesterday. Sunland Inc. was planning on opening again today and was surprised when the Food and Drug Administration suspended its registration yesterday, basically shutting it down. The plant's been closed since the fall when its peanut butter made 41 people sick in 20 states.
Everybody's been so concerned and hoping, we can get the problem solved and get back to going. That's so important to the area. It's a major industry for eastern New Mexico.
Well, the FDA says that Sunland Inc. has been shipping out peanut butter and more for the last 3 years, even though tests showed some of it was contaminated with salmonella. The company's president, however, says that is just simply not true.
It's been exactly 3 weeks since the general election, and we still don't know who the winners of 2 state legislative races are. The Elections Bureau says it needs more time to gather results, so the final tallies won't be ready for today's canvassing meeting to certify the outcome. State law requires recounts in any contest where the margin between the top candidates is less than half of 1%. Now, a Las Cruces House race between Republican incumbent Terry McMillan and Democrat Joanne Ferre, where around 12,600 votes were cast. That is actually tied. And in Rio Rancho, in a House race there, Republican Paul Pacheco leads Democrat Marcy Blaze by 69 votes. Bernalillo County Commissioners plan to honor the PNM employees for their service after Superstorm Sandy. The commissioners will congratulate the 40-member team at today's meeting. The PNM team traveled 5,000 miles to help restore power to about 50,000 homes on the East Coast. Superstorm Sandy was declared one of the most costliest disasters in U.S. history.